Welcome back to the official Big Bang Theory podcast. I am your host, Jessica Radloff. So for today's guest, as you all know, he is one of my favorite people ever. And of course, I thought to myself, there's no other way to pay homage to Raj than to wear multiple layers for this episode of the podcast. I'm in 3 layers. I should be in 4 because technically that's what Raj did. Anyway, please welcome back to the official Big Bang Theory podcast, the one and only Kunal Nayyar. Welcome back, bud. We should have walkout music for you, like they do with the Lakers, or, you know?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's what we should do next time. Anyway, you are joining us from London, where Big Bang is huge overseas. Fans love it there, as they do here in the States. And we are going to talk about season 2, episode 4 today, called The Griffin Equivalency. It aired October 13th, 2008, directed by Mark Sandrowski, who we all love. The logline is full of confidence following being named one of People magazine's 30 to watch under 30. Raj hits on Penny and becomes impossibly arrogant. Was he arrogant, or was he just having the time of his life?
I think a little bit of both. I think he couldn't help himself indulge, but yes, obviously it got out of hand, and, he ended up losing his friends and had to apologize and everything, but it definitely went to his head.
All right. So the episode opens with Sheldon telling Penny and the guys about how unsanitary hot air dryers are in restrooms, which, by the way, when I was watching this back on Max, thank God they have scenes like this in there, because it is so true, and people do not understand that those air dryers are not sanitary. No,
I didn't know that until I read the episode.
Really? See, it's educational.
It's not something that really crossed my mind.
Yeah. This show is very educational. They're not sanitary. You need some paper towels, for goodness sakes. Anyway, I'm glad we started the episode off with a message. The more you know. But anyway, after Sheldon makes this very good point to everybody, Raj comes in not knowing that Penny is there. What happens next is so hysterical, because remember, he is not drinking and he can't talk to women still without a drink. So let's play this clip, which you can watch in full on Max, and you should, because it's just hysterical.
Hey guys, I just got the most amazing news!
Gosh, Raj, do you think you'll ever be able to talk in front of me without being drunk? Okay, well, I'll just go eat by myself.
Penny, you don't have to do that.
Oh, it's okay. Between him not talking, him talking, and him, I'm better off alone, so goodbye, you poor, strange little man.
You poor, strange little man. That's what I should have introduced you as. My favorite poor, strange little man, Kunal.
Oh, man, that's fun.
Your inflection, the inflection in your voice when you walk in was so good. How many, did you practice that ahead of time? Because it sounds so just spontaneous and natural. I know this is why they pay you the big bucks, because you're this good, but it's just the way that you play it.
I played around a lot. I mean, the word was news, right? I got some news. So I think yes, I had some thoughts about how I would play it, but we did different takes, and I think that just came out really weird. It sounded funny and weird, and it worked. It doesn't always work. You see the good stuff, we do takes and it's like, oh, what am I doing? Sometimes I'm in the middle of scene and I'm like, I'm the worst act. This does not, can we stop? Let me get my act together. So that was one that worked. It was fun.
It's so funny. That actually makes me wonder, I know Johnny had a lot of prep that he did before tape night. He had to spray a special cologne. He needed to touch a certain picture frame. Jim, of course, had all of his note cards. What did you do going into a tape night? Was there any superstition or any ritual that you had?
Yeah, I took a nap every right after makeup, right before we would start the show. I would take a nap, 20 minute, 30 minute nap, and then I'd wake up and warm up my voice and do all this stuff. But my dressing room was right next to Simon's, and Simon had this intense warm up where he would like, and he would do all this stuff. And so that was my alarm to wake up from my nap. And then I would do my warm up. So, of course, we all had our little, idiosyncrasies, but mine was to sleep for about 20 minutes before we did the show.
Okay. I remember now this story because Simon would also run up and down the stairs and scream like a lunatic. But how were you not groggy? Because if I take a 20 or 30-minute nap, I wake up and I look like I'm drunk. Like it takes me another hour to start looking like a human again.
No, I mean, even to this day, when I'm shooting a movie or a TV show, whatever, I quickly eat lunch and then sleep for about 30 to 40 minutes if I can, every day. Okay,
that is a talent.
Yeah, I guess just grew up like that,
You should put it on your resume under skills.
20-minute nap.
Eats, naps quick, but what do you do without Simon there to wake you up?
I know. Now we have these things, remember?
Yeah, now we have phones. That's true. Although the phone was there in 2007. It had just come out.
Yeah, you're right. It had just come out, right?
Yeah, it was brand new.
Jesus.
It's so crazy. So that was the secret to Nudes.
Yeah.
Did I do it terribly?
That's pretty good, actually.
How did you do it? You do it for us.
I did. I don't even remember what I did.
You said, I have new.
Yeah, I have news. I can't do it.
So good.
My favorite character anymore, yeah.
Okay, so since I'm already getting hot, by the way, in these 3 layers that I'm wearing.
I understand.
You were wearing 4 layers at a time. And by the way, the greatest, most unlikely pattern combinations. I mean, nothing about it would match, but it was so Raj.
Yeah.
First of all, how hot were you under those lights?
It's always freezing on the stage. People don't realize that. But the studio was always freezing. It was always cold. It's a massive space to heat up.
Yeah.
And LA gets chilly in the evenings, and the studio is always cold. So I was fine. I mean, I never felt hot at all. I loved it.
So everyone was jealous of you.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone was.
What did you think when Mary T. Quigley, who was the costume designer, when she first expressed to you that this was Raj's look? What was your first thought?
I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to wear this. You know what I mean? I was like, this is, I love fashion, to be honest. It's one of my favorite things. And then I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to have to wear these clothes. It's very apropos to the character, obviously. But for me, I was like, I mean, if you watch what I wore that entire show, it's ridiculously hideous, but also ridiculously good for the character.
Yes.
But me as Kunal, having to wear those clothes every day, those cargo pants, and but it's ruined for me. Like I can't wear clothes that look like vintage Gucci sweaters or something that look like Raj's sweaters that's in fashion now. I can't wear that stuff. If God forbid cargo pants make a comeback, what am I going to do? I can't wear khaki. I can't wear I can't wear this other stuff. I can't do it.
I don't think anyone's going to feel sorry for you that you can't wear it, but I would like to see you go out in cargo pants. Maybe you can bejewel them or something, or bedazzle them.
No, I can't do it. But yeah, that was hilarious. And look, she obviously did a very, very good job for the specific characters. And if you go back and you realize when we did the flashback episode and Roger's dressed like Miami Vice, he starts dressing like Leonard is why he thinks that's how you dress. And so he gets his fashion inspiration from Leonard, which is just sad. Not Johnny. Johnny's
right,
cool.
Of course. Yes.
Johnny rides motorcycles and wears leather jackets, and he's actually really cool.
You all are very cool. You all were nothing like your characters, which was so fun, and it's why you're so good. But I will never forget when I first asked Jim Parsons in the book what was his first impression of you, and he just thought, I just thought he was the most handsome man, and he's like, he can wear any schmata and it'll look great. And then he's in that like golf outfit that he wears. And he just went on, and to listen to Jim talk about your look was just priceless.
He's a great guy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's so good. getting back to the particulars of the episode here, Raj tells the guys that he is named one of People's 30 under 30 for his field. Did People magazine actually put you on one of their lists throughout the run of Big Bang, like the hot list or like, I don't know, most exciting newcomer or so? I feel like you would have been on one of those lists.
Again, I think my recollection fails me, but it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. I know we did a People magazine cover.
Yeah, you did.
Us did, right? At 100 episodes maybe or something. But and then they covered my wedding, so
right.
In 2011. But I don't know what kind of hot. I don't think I was in any kind of like hot 30 hot list or something like that. I don't think that existed. But I can see Raj enjoying that a lot.
Listen, I'm sorry to John Krasinski, who was just named People's Sexiest Man Alive, but next year, Kunal Nayyar needs to be on that cover.
No, thank you very much. No, thank you.
Justice for Raj, justice for Kunal. Let's start the campaign now, and it'll be great publicity for your Christmas movie that's going to air later this year. Let's get you on the cover of People.
Done.
For sexies.
Be my publicist.
Yeah, you got it. I don't know if you can afford me, but we'll work out that deal after this episode of the podcast. So anyway, Raj asked Penny to be his date to the reception since the guys won't go with him. And of course, now when he's drinking alcohol, he can be around her. But right after he asks her, we get a surprise cameo in this episode, which I had completely forgotten about until I watched it again on Max. And that person is Charlie Sheen, who is in the Cheesecake Factory with you. What do you remember about Charlie Sheen being there? And had you been a fan of 2.5 Men in his previous work?
I'm a huge fan of 2.5 Men, huge fan of Charlie Sheen. It was all kind of a blur, like, to me, because, I was pretty green too. It was only the second season, so I was quite a little green. I was like, oh my God. I mean, he's like a legitimate movie star, and he has that aura and he commands that respect in the way in which he is. And he was really on the top of his game at that time too. So this was before he obviously, went through what he went through and then bounced back. But it was intimidating, but it was cool. Not like intimidating, but it was all a blur. He came in and just to do the scene, and then he asked me, "Hey, he's like, hey, is that all right? Did I do that all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was great." What you asked me, And do you know who Eddie Gordetski is?
Of course I do. One of the EPs and writers.
Yes, so Eddie Gordetski is also in that scene, sitting opposite Charlie. Yeah.
No.
They're sitting together in the Cheesecake Factory, and all he does is just call me when you're on the cover. Just so good.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny you mentioned Eddie Gordetski because he does act occasionally, and I believe he's in Chuck's other series, Bookie, in season 1, actually. But I didn't realize that Eddie was in that scene with Charlie sitting there.
Well, what's interesting is for you guys who don't know, 2.5 Men and Big Bang shot right next to each other on stages. We were 25, they were 26. And we would shoot on Tuesdays and they would shoot on Fridays. And it was the same camera crew and sound crew.
Wow.
Predominantly. So all the guys and the girls know Charlie because they also shoot 2.5 Men.
Right.
So it was really cool to see them, and hear stories about him, and they all loved him, and he was really good to them too. They had a really lovely relationship. So it was this weird like cross-pollination where Charlie is on 2.5 Men, I'm on Big Bang, but the crew is the same.
Right.
So there was this comfort and there was this natural relaxation in that. But yeah, I mean, it was Charlie Sheen, and it was cool. Like, I'm just this kid from Delhi, and I'm on the scene with a superstar.
Yeah.
And I love 2.5 Men too, one of my favorite shows of all time. So it was twofold.
That's really cool. And also I should mention that Eddie Gordetski co-created Mom, which was Chuck's other series that premiered after Big Bang had first premiered and had a very long run too. So I'll have to go back and watch Eddie in that now. That's really funny that you guys were all in there together. In the next scene, Raj goes to pick up Penny. And of course, Raj has already been drinking. By the way, I might add, Raj looks super spiffy in this suit. I mean, this guy is up to his game. He's not in all of his layers. What was it like for you to be in this suit?
I was so fun. I was skinny then too, tiny.
What do you mean you were skinny then? You're the same size.
I was tiny then, and because I think Mary tried to put that suit back on me like 2 or 3 seasons later, and I just was not going up my bum. And but I remember that slim, I don't know if it was Gucci or Prada or something, beautiful suit, and it felt so fun. You know, it's like you come out and the audience is like, ooh, you know, like that, and it's like, yeah, that's what I wanted. But what I do remember about that scene is singing. I remember doing that like over and over and over again, and it was hilarious.
How you didn't decide to have a musical career after this show is beyond me.
Well, you know this because you know the cast very well, but everyone's a very good musician.
Yeah.
And sings. Johnny plays guitar, I play guitar, the boys play piano and sing, and you know, Kaylee sings, and Mayim plays music. I don't know if Melissa does anything musically, I don't think.
If not, we'll get her started. We'll get her started. We'll start a band.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all got into music.
I love that. Well, you also all played Guitar Hero in your dressing rooms too. I think that had something to do with it, right? That's where it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's listen to this clip, by the way, which you can watch the whole thing on Max. But it is such a good scene when Raj shows up in his Prada or Gucci or whatever it is suit and greets Penny at the door. Let's listen.
Raj, look at you.
I know. I'm resplendent like the noonday sun, am I not?
Yeah, starting with the champagne a little early, aren't you?
It was in the limo. They sent a limo. I have a limo. I just love saying limo. Here. Sip on this while you're getting ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
That's what you're wearing?
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. I was just hoping for something a little more, you know, redonkulous.
Yeah, well, this is all the donkulous you're gonna get tonight.
I just am having the best time watching your reaction to these clips. It makes me so happy.
It's just that word and like searching for it and just being like, something a little more. The word is so ridiculous. Redonkulous is such a good word. Oh my God. This is all the donkulous you're going to get. Such a good comeback. What writing?
I know.
What writing?
Also, though, I look at Penny and I'm like, she looks fantastic. What is up with Raj saying, are you going to go change?
He's just being an idiot.
Oh my God. How much fun was a scene like that for you to do? Because you didn't get many scenes where you were exchanging dialogue with Kaylee. So this is one of your really first big scenes and outings with her as Raj. So what was that like for you to do?
It was great. I mean, you know, it's really fun working with Kaylee in any of these scenes because there's such a relaxation to the nature of her work. And it really allows for exploring moments that can become dynamic. And so it was always fun working with her. And anytime I got a chance for us to be in stuff together, it was really fun. And the beauty that Kaylee had and the way she played Penny was this real mothering and loving and patient nature with these boys. You know, and you see her fight back a little bit in the end of this episode against my parents, but she's really patient with these guys, which I think is beautiful. You know, there's so much love there.
There is so much love there. I also love how excited Raj is about a limo and everything else that comes with being in People magazine as one of the 30 under 30. What was it like for you, though, when this show started to get really popular and you guys... Yes, you were taking limos. You were traveling around the world. You and Simon would go places and it was like the Beatles. What was that like for you as someone that hadn't experienced that kind of fandom up until then to then get that kind of red carpet treatment and fandom?
It was really enjoyable, you know, because not every actor is like this, but for me, what I enjoyed about it was also experiencing the other side of the success of what I do, which is the fame. Some people don't like it, not fame, but getting to experience the Golden Globes or the things that you grew up watching, or the SAG Awards, or going to the Oscar parties that you always saw people at, and you're like, oh, I get to go do this, you know, and I belong in this circle of people. How bizarre is that? So I really enjoyed it. I did not shy away from it. Obviously, fame is not doesn't last forever, and it's not real. So you have to be careful that you don't get sucked into thinking that that is what your self-worth is. But no, I enjoyed it. I'll tell you the thing that Comic-Con was the most sort of overwhelming experience of fame, not in a bad way.
Right.
But 10,000 screaming fans in a hall and feeling that energy is probably what, rock stars feel when they're doing big shows.
Yeah.
But that feeling was so intense in a good way.
Yeah.
Walking up that stage and you hear the screams and it's like in your body, and these people have been queuing up for 2 days. And I'm just this person. For me, like in my head, I'm not anyone, I'm not doing anything.
Well, you are doing something. You're bringing a lot of laughter and comfort to people.
I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be humble or something.
Right.
It's just the great gift we had on this show is we were all very serious about our work. Mm-hmm. And we kept a very closed set and we kept a very private and tight run thing. And that, of course, starts with Chuck Lorre, but also with Jim and Johnny. And it started really at the top,
Yeah.
And so, yes, the perks were fun, but it never got out of hand because the work was really the most important thing. We really worked hard.
Right.
And we were very serious about our funny, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. And it's I actually love talking to you about this and the whole fame of it all because you have a really good perspective on it and you've always kept your head on straight with it. You enjoy it, which is what I think everybody would imagine they would enjoy all this. It is fun. It is exciting. And you're not one that's going to say, oh, I hate it. It makes me uncomfortable. No, you've absolutely deserved to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've earned it. Absolutely. This doesn't happen to everybody. So go and enjoy it. But you also have a great perspective on it too, that, this may not last forever, but at the same time, while it's happening, live it up, enjoy it.
Yeah. No, exactly. And we did. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially when you guys would rent boats at Comic-Con and scare the hell out of the producers into thinking, what is my cast doing? They don't know how to operate a boat and they're going on a boat,
Yeah, that only happened once and it didn't happen again.
Captain Hellberg and Captain Galecki learned their lesson after that one. That's for sure. By the way, in this episode, we also get one of the most iconic lines in the series, which was Sheldon's, "I'm not insane. My mother had me tested."
That was in this episode?
That was in this episode. While Raj is on the date with Penny celebrating his People magazine, honor, the guys are back at the apartment. They're talking, and that's where this line comes in. What is the line that fans most quote to you or will say to you or tweet you or post on your Instagram? Is there one in particular?
It's a really good question.
Redonkulous?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's been some great quotes. I think, I don't really know if there's a signature quote. I will say one of the most enjoyable things to have ever said on this great TV show for me is "shut your ass," because it's not a line that you would really hear or say or think about. But when I think Penny tells me that Sheldon and Amy had sex or something, and I just blurt out, "Shut your ass." And it's such I don't know why, but it was so enjoyable to say that line and to have that moment for some reason. So I don't know if people are tweeting that to me, but if I was to say, that's my favorite thing. I've said many great things. I also loved doing the monologue of rabbits when I was high. I don't know what season that is. When we're in the desert. And
Season 3.
And Raj just has out of the blue, has this monologue that's like a page and a half about rabbits, being the king of rabbits. That was one of the most enjoyable moments for me,
I will never forget when we were starting up this podcast and we were talking about the episodes that you were going to do for seasons 1 and season 2. And you said to me, I want to do the episode where they're high in the desert. And I was like, okay, well, that's great. And I'll put you down for season 3, but that doesn't come till later. We're not at season 3 yet, but you are earmarked for that episode. So you can come back and talk about it. One, because it's also the episode where Penny falls in the shower and breaks her arm and Sheldon has to take her to the emergency room. I mean, another classic one. It was so good.
It's so fun.
I also think, I don't know why, but the episode where Howard and Bernadette have to babysit Cinnamon and they lose Cinnamon. And I just hear Simon's voice as Raj calling out for Cinnamon, who he has lost. And it's like, Cinnamon! Cinnamon!
Yeah, he does it. Yeah. That's really funny, actually.
I just think about that. And I also think about all the moments that you were singing and doing karaoke or, you know, just crazy things. I mean, the way that you said those lines and those words are, it's just, you just get, like, what do you say? It's just brilliant. Okay, so we don't actually see the People magazine event, which, again, lost opportunity. So I think we should absolutely get you on the cover and then find a way to tape a scene so we can see this actually play out. But we do see the aftermath with a drunk Raj. And I've always been interested how actors play drunk. What was your approach? I mean, Raj keeps it together pretty much because then his parents Skype in that night. But what was your approach as an actor to playing drunk?
To be honest, it's not very complicated for me. You know, I think that for Raj especially, he becomes very affectionate when he's drunk. You know, he's like very like smiley and everything, like, you know, very soft. And so there was really, there was that element to it, you know, which was, he's not an angry drunk. He thinks he's really cool and suave, and he's not. Because now I remember a line when we walk in, he's like, "Welcome to the Raj Mahal," you know, and like, I remember thinking that was a good line. But I think that sort of, he gets this we talked a lot about this false sense of bravado that most people get when they drink, actually. But that's what I really looked at, is like how confident he gets. And it's utter nonsense, obviously.
So good. And then at the end of the episode, of course, the next day, Raj goes over to Penny's and wants to apologize. And she really does coax out of him, you know, a sorry, because he feels bad. And it's the nature of that relationship, which is so fun to see between Penny and Raj, because she truly adores this guy. And she knows that he's got something that's holding him back that he necessarily can't help, but she also wants to encourage him to try. What do you remember about that scene between the two of you? I
remember we were trying to figure out how to get that sorry right, because if I go back, I remember it's like, sorry. It's like that or something, right? But we were trying to get that right, and we couldn't. And Chuck actually came up to me and said, "Hey, just try it like just really, really high pitch and really small." So that was a Chuck Lorre note. So it really stuck. But again, it goes back to really enjoying these moments where Penny really is mothering them, and that love that Roger's not a bad guy, that he comes back and he apologizes and she accepts him, and they're friends for life. I mean, so much happened between Penny and Raj. I mean, they hooked up or they didn't. You didn't know. And then I think that's the scene too, when Leonard's already feeling insecure that Raj has been partying with Penny, and he turns around and they're hugging, and he comes in, he turns around, he's like, so good.
It's so good. I love that. I'm just putting it together now that we started this episode with Raj saying news, and then
yeah. I didn't even think that. Yeah,
it's like a little mouse.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
And then look how far he comes over 12 seasons. It's really amazing. You ready to play one more quick game before you go? Before we bring you back for season 3, where you get to talk about being high in the desert. Can't wait to hear about your prep for that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll be honest.
Okay, good. That's what I expect. Nothing less from you. Okay, so this is Big Bang Theory trivia this time. Let's see how well you know what went down on this show over 279 episodes. So, 1, what is the name of the comic book store where the guys often hang out?
No, come on. It didn't have a name. It was called the comic book store.
Good job.
Thank you.
I mean, it says here the Comic Center of Pasadena, but I don't ever remember that. I just say the comic book store. Yeah. You're fine. You're batting 1,000. Okay. If you get this wrong, then I'm just going to end it right here because I don't want to embarrass you.
Thank you for setting that up.
You're welcome.
Now I'm nervous.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, I also gave it away earlier in this episode, but I'll still ask you it. What is the name of Raj's dog?
Oh, Cinnamon. You know there was 2 dogs, right?
Yes, there was 2. And different dogs because...
They were twins. One was a boy, one was a girl. They were twins, and depending on who was feeling better that day and more show ready, that was the dog that they used.
Who was less of a diva that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did you ever think about getting a dog and naming it Cinnamon?
No.
Well, it's not that crazy of a question because Brie Larson, who starred in Lessons in Chemistry, actually adopted a dog and named it 630, which is the name of the dog that was in the limited series.
Brie Larson's also way cooler than I am.
Oh, stop it.
I'm not going to Cinnamon.
But so you could,
Can you imagine if I changed Boba's name to Cinnamon? He'd be so upset.
No, just get Boba Fett a sibling and name it Cinnamon.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you should do. Okay. What song does Sheldon ask Penny to sing him when he's sick?
Soft Kitty.
Good job. You're doing great. What famous...
I'm not doing great. I mean, I have to know that.
I'm just trying to make you feel good before you go to bed in London tonight. I want you to sleep soundly. Okay. You're welcome. What famous scientist did Raj have Twitter beef with?
Wasn't it Neil deGrasse?
It sure was. Which city is the show set in?
Pasadena.
Okay. What is the name of the game that Sheldon creates?
Oh, good question. Oh, that is a great question. We played Settlers of Catan all the time, but that's not even creative.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah. Is it 3D chess? No.
No.
It's not the 3D chess laser tag thing that we did, right?
No.
Yeah.
It has Spock's name in it.
That gives me absolutely nothing.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. But he doesn't create that game.
True.
Yeah, so the question is a trick question.
All right, fine. I'll let you have it.
Question should be, what is the game? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I feel like now that I'm looking at the next question too, we should give this game to Simon when he comes on. Because I want to see how well Simon knows Raj's backstory. And I should create a game for you about Howard.
I like that.
All right. Well, we're going to finish out this game because you're going to nail it, but I'm just saying for next time.
Okay.
What is Raj's condition that prevents him from speaking to women unless he is intoxicated?
Selective mutism.
Good job. And that's an actual thing, in case anyone doesn't know. And Bill Prady, Bill Prady, the co-creator, he actually knew someone that had selective mutism. That's how it came about. What is the name of Raj's sister?
This is so funny. I was literally I was talking about RT today, but Priya.
Good job. Okay. And finally, the question that everybody except Steve Milaro will get wrong is, can you spell Koothrappali?
Yeah. Koothrappali.
Thank you. Yeah. God bless you.
Because the trick is, it's people put in 1 P and 2 L's.
Right.
But it's 2 P's and 1 L.
Right. Exactly. Do you know anybody in India named Koothrappali?
No.
No, it's not a common name?
It's from South India, but I don't really know anyone called that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could also get a dog or a cat and name him Kooth.
I think I'll think of a different name for it. But you know that Raj was actually called in the pilot called Dave?
I do know that. Did you forget who wrote the book?
Oh yeah, what am I saying? You know more. You know more about the show than I do.
It's in here, and what's funny is we actually have the breakdown, the character list breakdown, when it says Dave, Penny, Leonard, Sheldon, and it says Dave in there, which is really funny to see that.
That's because when I auditioned, my first line was, or Sheldon says to Raj, well, at the time, hey, Dave, how's it going? Hey, Dave, what's been new or something like that? And I was like, yeah.
But I forget, was it your casting that got them to change it?
I'm presuming.
Yeah, because you did come up with his middle name.
Yeah, Rajesh Ramayan Koothrappali, which doesn't really make any cultural sense. It just sounds good.
Yeah, no, it does sound good. Well, thank God they casted you in the show. And the story of how you got to be on the show is one of the most fascinating things. It's up there with the whole Simon and Kevin Sussman switcheroo type of thing. But what you went through to get on Big Bang and how Chuck basically came into CBS and said, no, we are keeping this guy. He is our guy. It's one of those amazing Hollywood stories that you hear about. And thank God for it, because I can't imagine this ensemble being anybody but what we got. But also what you brought to this role it's one of the most iconic characters of all time.
It really means a lot. Thank you so much for your kind words.
Oh, well, always. You know I mean it. You know I absolutely adore you. Nobody else would I wear 3 layers of clothes for right now. It's kind of cozy, though, I got to say.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, next time you'll come in for season 3, when you get high, you could bring Boba Fett in.
That'd be great.
We're welcome to all species over here. So you are an absolute joy, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
This podcast was produced by Warner Brothers Unscripted Television in partnership with Max.